Good morning. You're on 4 Triple Z. It's 9:18, and that was local artist Pear and the Awkward Orchestra with her track Safe and Sound. You're also listening to a little bit of the wonderful Cat Power with Fool, and up the top was Bang Bang Boss Kelly and their new released single, Damien Barber. Now, in the studio, we have two young men. Take a bow and say hello and introduce yourselves to our 4 Triple Z listeners.
Good morning. Well, we're called the Chutes. My name's Michael.
And my name's Anthony.
And you're here because
we
wanted to talk to you. I wanted to talk to you, you know.
Who wouldn't?
I know, it's understandable, isn't it? I mean, you know, one of whom has a lot of tattoos and is arguably the coolest member of the band.
Well, I didn't even bring this up. This was just something Michael brought up, actually, wasn't it, Michael? Yeah.
I feel a little bit insecure because I'm probably the most conservative musician in Brisbane, I'd say.
I think being conservative in a rock band's just that really cool oxymoron, though, isn't it, Michael? That's what you got going on.
Super indie.
Indeed, sort of straight-laced kind of guy.
Yeah.
I know, adding a different dimension.
I like slacks. Nice pair of slacks, pressed shirt.
And so do I.
And the slight salmon pink, which
his pants.
Good, yeah.
We're referring to.
There's also a top that you have that's that same colour, isn't it, Michael? Not that one, but yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
I don't like messy hair.
So, anyway, perhaps back to the music. I mean, I'm all up for fashion talk, but we might introduce your sort of you know, musical dimensions firstly. If you have to. I know that you want to be a future designer, Michael. That's okay. We'll get into that later. But tell us about the Chutes. You know, you're a 4-piece local rock band. What more can you say?
Well, we've been together for probably 3 years now. So we've sort of been around for a little bit, blues and rock. Recently we had the addition of Anthony, and it's only gone upwards. It's made a big difference.
That's
and we're really happy to have him.
Thanks, man.
We were all school friends, so we sort of formed off the back of school because, you know, we played together at school, and it just sort of happened that way. And it's been good.
I wish I could answer those questions, but yeah, I only joined the band probably a month before we recorded this EP that we got coming out. So I can't really add too much to the day. Yeah, but what a month.
How did you become part of the mix, Anthony?
We actually toured together. My band, Run for a Bus, and the Chutes toured last year, like just over a year ago, and we went up the East Coast, and so but we knew each other before then. It was really quite weird. I knew these guys, like, I knew Joe, who's the guitarist of the band. I knew him from university. He was actually one of my tutors in one of my subjects at uni. And I knew Danny who's the old drummer, from playing soccer against him. And then, so it was all these really strange connections. And then I was in a band with a guy called Saria, and he was cousins with the singer and manager of the Chutes. So it's just, these strange friends of friends, and we all linked in, sort of like real life Facebook.
Our eyes locked across the room, and we just knew.
Love at first sight.
Knew it, yeah.
And since then, what has it been like? Have you added a different flavour, I guess, to the band, or, you know, you're just happy to meld in with the current workings?
I think these guys really had a different flavour on the way anyway, and so I just came in and put my own, like with all the stuff we've done, we've all brought our own little flavours to the mix. So I think these guys were going in that direction anyway. So I was just able to come in and add my bits to it, and it sort of seems like it's gelled quite well. So
from our perspective, I think it's made a pretty massive difference, undoubtedly.
And so the band The Chutes has been around, as you said, for quite some time.
Yeah.
What are you doing now to mix things up?
It's probably got a little bit more of an indie flavour, our music, to it now. Initially it was we had a lot more blues, and there's still definitely blues elements, but I don't know, we've got 3-4 guys in the band that all can write music individually of each other, so sometimes we get a little bit of cross genre, but I think probably the genres have changed a little bit as time's gone on.
Yeah, even listening to the some of the songs we got back already, As I said, like we're only in the sort of, we've got a draft mix back, but even just listening to these and talking with publicists, I sort of realised in myself, just listening to them, there's no two songs in the CD that actually share a genre, like one really definite genre. So it's good. There's a really good mix in there. I mean, there's even some some people might call progressive in there, like, and yeah, so it's really cool. It's just a hybrid of everything. But I think that comes from 4 people who are bringing their own things to the table. So it's worked out quite well, hopefully, and everyone will hopefully enjoy that. So
awesome. Now you've brought in one of the songs from your yet to be released EP.
We have.
Would you like to tell us a bit about it?
There's a funny story behind this one. I think this EP, more so than previous EPs, we've written more in a live context. So someone will start playing something, someone else will pick it up, and before you know it, a jam turns into a song.
Yeah. Like this one that you'll hear this was the first time I jammed as part of the band. So it's probably it's very literally the first creative thing we wrote as a new band. And it came about because I had a couple of demo tracks that these guys sent me, and they like asked me to put some drums underneath it, and I sent back a joke to them. I put a bit of a drum and bass beat back, like it totally wouldn't have fit the song that they sent me, so it was as a joke. And Joe, one of the guitarists, hadn't heard that, and so I started playing this beat in the jam room just to show him as a joke, and he didn't realise I was showing him something as a joke, and he started playing guitar over it. So then all of a sudden we had this new groove going, but it came out of a joke. So, and then I think within about a minute, Michael had his thing going and Andrew had his. So and it's ended up as this song. So
this is what happened.
This is the result.
Fabulous. I'm excited to hear it. And the title of this track?
Yeah, A Word to the Wolves is this one.
Which is the title track of the EP. So, yeah. I mean, we've got a new website there as well, chutes.com.au, which we invite everyone to go and have a look at. So it's got some videos of from the studio work we've done, and keep up to date with everything that's coming up. So
fabulous. Well, perhaps we'll hear a few more words from these 2 lovely Chutes members. But in the meantime, A Word to the Wolves here on 4ZZZ, and it's 9:25. Welcome back to 4ZZZ. You've been listening to the Chutes with A Word from the Wolves.
A word to the wolves. Fail.
A word. Well, let's hybridize that. A word to and from the wolves.
Indeed, to and from. Do you take a lot of time to think of the titles?
Oh, yeah, they were the hardest things to come up with. And I think there's some pretty cool formulas with how we got those names. But everyone can wait and see what they are.
Oh, wow. Way to leave us all hanging.
Yeah.
How about you, Michael? Are you going to give more information, or is this top secret, full stop?
It's definitely top secret, this stuff.
It's just we had... I'm going to be general. There's no... Anyway. We had a...
I'm confusing myself.
There was a girl who... There was a girl that had a bit of a crush on one guy in our band.
Ooh.
And
let's pick who it was.
A crush, one thing led to another, and, it's a fine line between...
Stalking?
Yeah.
Oh, well done.
That's where I was going. I didn't say it, you said it, not me.
Yeah.
And I wrote some lyrics, by chance, may have coincided with that particular
stalking
event.
Incident.
Yeah. And so it's been a little bit tough trying to work out what a name is going to be, because it'd be easy just to call the song the name of the girl, but she'd find out about that, wouldn't she? So
maybe if she's so obsessed, she could be listening right now and realize that there's going to be a song dedicated to her.
I'd be in trouble. I would be in trouble.
This is going to be fun,
to say the least.
Well, why don't you just pick a really generic sort of name?
Yeah, well, some of them are.
Nice.
Some of them are.
Yeah, some of them. Yeah, as I said, you'll find out what those song names are. But
it's a fine line, isn't it? Because you sometimes, you want to get a bit creative with the name of a song, and you don't just want to draw it directly from the lyrics, like many songs are. But then people hear a song and they're like, I want to I want to know what that song was, but I didn't hear the title, so it's probably the chorus.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
And then you're just left behind, so your creativity sort of shoots you in the foot, if you know what I mean.
I see where you're going with that. It's true. You do raise a valid point. And also song titles that are too lengthy, again, can sort of alienate the listeners.
Yeah, they can.
It's tough.
But I think we had a fairly good mix of song titles on this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
A couple of short ones, couple of long ones.
And how's it all going with the artistic side of the EP?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. At the moment, we're living online. We can only connect with each other online because our singer is in Italy, and one of our guitarists is off with his studying medicine, doing
He wasn't
somewhere
in Kingaroy. He's back now. But
Yeah,
he
but-
has been Kingaroy.
Yeah, so after we recorded in January for about a week, I don't think we've seen each other. Oh, we've seen each other once since then, Michael and I, but we haven't seen the other two. And we've only been communicating online. And I haven't picked up drumsticks since we left the studio.
Yeah, I've barely picked up a guitar.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting when we all get back together. But the artistic stuff is sort of slowly getting there, but it seems like it's definitely coming to a point where I'm starting to be really happy with how it's looking because, as I said, it's been a slow process because it's been across continents.
We've got a local photographer on the job called Dahlia Arduous. And
She's sort of the connection between the Chutes and myself.
Do you know Dahlia? How do you know Dahlia?
We're, friends of friends. We've met, we've collaborated together as well. And
Awesome.
and she suggested that you two, or the Chutes, come in for an interview as
Oh,
well.
really? I had no idea that's how it works.
Thanks, Dahlia.
No, that was just a plug. She's really good though. She's doing the artwork for the EP, so we've got some of her photos on the front and the inside, and also Megan Wilkie is another girl who's doing some sketching on the inside. So it's looking really good at the moment. I can't wait for it to be finished. Really, this is the bad period where you want to get the music back, you want to get the artwork, and you want it to be pressed, but you've got to wait.
Yeah, play the waiting game.
Well, Andrew has the right idea being in Italy.
He does.
Indeed.
He skipped country, didn't he?
Yeah, he got a music scholarship to go and study over there, so we're slaving away at uni as we do. And Andrew's living the dream, sipping on a mocha frappuccino overlooking the Mediterranean.
Oh, goodness, doesn't that sound delightful? And is he actually Italian?
Yeah, he is.
He is. So that's nice.
Russo.
Yeah.
Pretty-
And his brother, your manager, his name's Alfio,
Yeah.
which, very Italian.
As Italian as they come.
Yeah.
Indeed, indeed. Do you hope one day to tour in Europe, perhaps go to Italy?
Oh, look, we'll start at Wembley and we'll go from there.
We'll work from there. Whatever results out of that, we'll take.
We'll probably have to wait till we get to Wembley to know, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
But look, Europe, America, who knows what could happen. We're just one step at a time at the moment. Got to get the artwork finished first.
What's the best